I just got word that the projects across the street from each other is beefing. Lord have mercy, we have fell so low. Right across the street and we beefing with one another. Lord have mercy. The Most High said, whoa. She just learned who she is and she's cruising off, right? What are you, as far as your nationality, where do we come from as a people? If I say let's go home, where do we go? Speak up, you know you're a king, right? So if a king got to speak to all his people, he got to be heard, right? Exalt your voice, you're a god, bro. Right. Don't be bashful, we brothers out here. Right. So where would we be from? Ain't that crazy? We don't even got a home. That's crazy. What'd you say, bro?
Say Africa too.
Africa, so the biggest continent in the world. You know you can fit many Americas in Africa, right? That's how big Africa is. And our people just say, we from Africa. This is how you know we are lost people.
Right.
We are lost. So, give me who Christ came to speak to. First of all, do you believe in the Bible? All right, cool. Do you know who you are in the Bible? Okay, so we gonna connect all the dots today. So you ain't down on nothing. Watch this.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 15 and verse 24.
Bring it out.
But he answered and said, I am not sent, but unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel.
So Christ was telling the people, a lady was trying to get a blessing from him. He told her, I'm only sent for the lost sheep. Why do you think he called them the lost sheep? Because we lost. That's why when I asked you where you from, I asked my man where he from. Y'all don't know. Because Christ said, I'm only here for what?
I am not sent, but unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel.
Christ said, I'm only here for the lost sheep. We are the lost sheep. We the only people in the world don't know where to go back home to. I seen an Asian man over there across the street watching, being nosy. If you ask him where he from, he'll tell you, I'm from China. Where's your family from? Oh, we got generations 5,000 years ago. We know our history. But you don't even know where you go home to.
Right.
Everybody around here don't know their home, and they're content. All praise that you came to understand who you are. So let me show you something real quick in the Bible. Give me Job 30:30, because you ain't gonna never hear this nowhere else. Did you know everybody in this Bible look like you? Did you know this book that get dusty at grandma's house, right? They got them in every church, in front of every pew. It's actually all black people in that book. Right. Nobody never told us that. Watch this.
This is the book of Job, chapter 30 and verse 30.
Bring it out.
My skin is black.
What did you hear that? This is the prophet Job. He said, my skin is black. My skin is black. How you doing, my sister?
She wanted to know where it says not to follow religion.
Not to follow religion?
Yeah.
All praises. So we're going to show you exactly what it is. The first thing we got to realize, before religion, what is this book talking about? So that's what I'm talking about to my man. I'm going to ask you the same question I asked my man. If we want to just pack up and get out of America, where do we go home to? Anybody know? Where do we say, man, I'm going home? Where is home? That's what my man said. That's the biggest continent in the world. Over 50 countries there. What country we go to? And it's crazy because I can tell you got that pivot on, right? You about to move out of here and you don't even know who you are. Ain't that crazy? No, I'm about to get that. But first, before we get that, whoa, we're not going to control the conversation. You don't even know who you are, but you're telling me about religion. What does religion mean when you don't even know who you are? You can't even connect yourself with the religion. You don't have a nationality, but you're looking for a religion. Lord have mercy. This is why the officer before me, how you doing, boss? People ain't got heart, people are cursed. Why? Because we don't even know who we are. You know what I'm saying? So I just asked my sister, I said, hey, I'm gonna ask you, bro, where do we go home to? As black people, where is our home? You from Africa? What country? So your people from Ghana, you can connect that, right? So all praises. So you know who Ghana, where they come from, right? Before they went to Ghana? They always been in Ghana. I'm going to show you some history real quick. Give me Matthew 20, 21 and 20. I'm going to show you some history. Could you give me that? I got the Babylon Timbuktu right there.
My people been in Ghana before the Bible was written.
Oh, that's heavy, because the Bible tells you from the first man Adam, which was black, right? And all before they even went to Africa.
Older than Islam, older than the Torah, all that. Our people was in Ghana for about 10,000 years.
All right, 10,000 years? You got history to prove that? What book do I go to get that?
DNA proves that.
DNA proves that y'all been there for 10,000 years? Believe
Longer
me,
than that.
DNA is by the white man. So watch this. I'm going to show you something.
Yeah.
I'm going to show you how we got to Africa. Did you know, for example, the Shanti, right? The Shanti tribe?
Yeah.
You know what that means? You know that's in the Bible, right? It means burnt city. Because their city was burnt down, which was Jerusalem. Watch this.
This is the book of Luke, chapter 21 and verse 20.
Bring it out.
And when ye shall see Jerusalem compassed with armies.
So I'm going to give you a little history. Christ was telling those people in Jerusalem, he said, look, there's going to be a time we ain't going to have our own country no more. He said when you see Jerusalem surrounded by armies, meaning the Romans was going to come conquer Jerusalem one day. This is before we was in Africa. Because before that, we had what they call Hamites that was in Africa. The Canaanites was in Africa. That wasn't our land at the time. We wasn't residing there. So I'm giving you the history. Before we flee Jerusalem, Christ already gave us a warning. He said, look, when you see Jerusalem surrounded by armies, watch this.
Then know that the desolation thereof is nigh.
He said, no, the end of Jerusalem is coming near. Read.
Then let them which are in Judea flee to the mountains.
So if you look at a map, he said, if those who's in Judea flee to the mountains, because you know Israel's right here. Israel is Africa, you know that. He told them to flee to the mountains. There's a mountain that divided Egypt and Jerusalem. He told us to leave and go to Africa when you see these Roman armies surrounding our city. This is when we had to say, we had people there, but to reside there, this is when we had to leave Jerusalem. Now watch this. Give me Babylon Timbuktu. Watch this. So I'm going to show you some history. And look, like I said, we got a school in Ghana. And even them hearing this made them realize, like, man, that's heavy. Because they didn't know before they was in Ghana, they was in Jerusalem. They was in Jerusalem. And we came out of Egypt and we went to Jerusalem. But at this time, Christ gave us a warning. Watch this.
The book of Babylon and Timbuktu, page 84. In the year 65 BC, the Roman armies under General Pompey captured Jerusalem.
So this is 65 years after Christ. He warned them. He said, look, when y'all see these Roman armies surround, know that the end of our country is coming near. He was warning our people then. This says 65 years later. Watch this.
The Roman armies under General Pompey captured Jerusalem in 70 AD. General Vespasian and his son Titus put an end to the Jewish state.
So they put an end to our country.
I got two questions.
Real quick, let me finish this because I want to hear the questions. So Christ told him, he said, look, when y'all see these armies come, know that the end of our country is coming near. And this tells you, this is a black scholar that traveled the world. It's called Babylon and Timbuktu. So if you know, that's all within Ghana and all that area as well. So he's letting you know the history. He's well traveled. Watch this.
Titus put an end to the Jewish state with great slaughter. During the period of the military governors of Palestine, many outrages and atrocities were committed against the residue of the people.
So during that time, our people was getting raped, murdered. We was getting pillaged by this Roman's army because Christ was telling them, yo, we about y'all country ain't gonna be here forever. Don't get comfortable. Remember who y'all are. Read.
During the period from Pompey to Julius, it has been estimated that over 1 million...
How many?
Over 1 million Jews fled into Africa.
Fled where?
Fled into Africa.
This is when we fled to Africa from Jerusalem, running from the white man. The same thing we doing today. Now we stuck here with them though. Right. But during this time, Christ warned us. When y'all see these armies coming, surrounded, know that our end is coming. 70 years later, we got destroyed and we fled into Africa.
Right.
And we fled on the top of Africa right here. if you wouldn't known anything about Ghana, it was all called Negroland at one point.
Right.
It was called Negroland. Ghana was actually called the city of Aouda. Aouda, that's what it was called before Ghana, which means the city of Judah.
Right.
This is who you are according to the Bible. That tribe right there, the top tribe, that's the same thing as Ghana. Why do you think they give us a dual citizenship today? Why do you think? Because they're leaving the door open for us to go back home.
Right.
We can have a citizenship here in America and Ghana because they know our history connects to each other.
Right.
So yes, you are from Africa, you are from Ghana. But before that, there was the city of Aouda.
Right.
The city of Judah. That's who you are, brother. So all praise to the Most. What's your question?
My question is, why come only African people in the Bible and the Torah, their body is able to be found today? None of them, Solomon or nobody else's body can get found.
Wait, repeat that again.
Why can only African people like Ramses, the people that they mention, only the Africans they mention in the Bible, is the only people whose bodies you can find that was mentioned in the Bible?
So, let's put it like this. If people knew where Solomon's body was today, right? What do you think would be going on? If people knew where Jesus was buried, what do you think would be going on?
I mean, the same thing when they find out where Charlemagne or anybody.
Watch this. You mentioned Ramses.
They actually existed.
Ramses and them deified themselves, so they made mummies of themselves, things like that.
But we know they existed.
Watch this. For sure. Give me Deuteronomy.
Let me get my other question before you get back to
Jeremiah 8.
Please, let me get my other question.
Hold on, but you want to answer the question before the next question?
All right.
Watch this.
This is the book of Jeremiah chapter 8 and verse 1. At that time, saith the Lord, they shall bring out the bones of the kings of Judah and the bones of his princes.
Bring out the what?
The bones of the kings of Judah.
The kings of Judah. Do you know what tribe Solomon was from? Judah.
African.
He was from Judah. His dad was King David from the tribe of Judah.
I know
So,
Sheba was African.
So we're talking about the question you just said. They said they're going to bring out the bones of the kings of Judah. King David, King Solomon, Christ, all these great men, right? Read.
And the bones of his princes, and the bones of the priests, and the bones of the prophets, and the bones of the inhabitants of Jerusalem out of their graves.
All these great men, why you asking where they at today? Why can't you find Ramses? Because he was a deified mummy that they worship? They preserve their bodies for that. Our kings, our priests, our princes, they had to get their bones taken out the grave. Why? Because our people got a habit of making people into idols. Start making idolatry out of the prophets. If they knew where Solomon was, people would worship the ground there where he's at. If they knew where David was, we would go there and make a shrine out of it. Our people fall into idolatry very easily, like they fall into idolatry messing with this white man today. It's the same thing. So the Most High had to take the bones from the great men. So today we can't find them for that reason. Hey, bro, what's your question, fam? I'm going to get back to your other question. What's your question, bro?
I didn't have a question.
Oh, I thought you said he had a question.
He wanted to know what tribe he was from. That's what I was talking to him.
Okay, so yeah, that's what I'm just talking to my man. He says people from Ghana, we just connected him with Judah. So that's a good question as well. What tribe you from? So if you look on this side, right, what would your father be considered on the left side?
Native American.
Native American, so we'll go to which side? Gad, right? American Indian. So all praise, you'll be from Gad. That'll be your tribe. So even though y'all see we all look alike, it's surprising because none of us is the same tribe. But this shows that we the same people. Watch this. Give me numbers. Because I asked you who your father was for a reason. Because the bloodline goes through the lineage of your fathers. It's not by a woman. The woman is not the earth, the god of the earth and all that. The bloodline is through you kings, you gods on earth. Watch this.
This is the book of Numbers, chapter 1 and verse 18. And they assembled all the congregations together on the first day of the second month. And they declared their pedigree.
Declared their pedigrees. Y'all know what a pedigree is? Anybody raised pit bulls? Your bloodline. So they declared their pedigrees. You follow me, bro? Watch this.
After their families, by the house of their fathers.
So we determine our bloodlines by the house of our fathers. So whatever kids you got, they are who you are. Don't let nobody ever tell y'all difference. This is why we create life. You are gods on earth. You create life. So, by the bloodline of your father, you'll be considered from the tribe of Gad. Great, strong history. Strong history. You know why they had to make the Gatling gun? Because they couldn't conquer y'all on the island of the Geechee Islands when y'all was with the slaves, so-called African Americans at the time. To the point they couldn't defeat us, so they had to make the Gatling gun to destroy us, the minigun. Right. That's how they had to get us off the land. Y'all was that strong. So understand, we got rich history, but if we don't take time to understand, we'll never know who he is. Let's go back to Job 30:30, because I was telling my man before y'all, everybody in this book can look like us. Right. Tribe of Gad, tribe of Judah, it don't matter. This is all our history. Watch this.
This is the book of Job, chapter 30 and verse 30. My skin is black.
So he said, my skin is black. Let's go to King Solomon. We was referring to King Solomon when we was talking about the bones of the kings of Judah. What happened to his grave? It been taken out. The kings of Judah bones is not to be found because our people easily fall in idolatry today. Watch this. We're going to show you how King Solomon looked. Connect y'all history with this book.
This is the book of Songs of Solomon, chapter 1 and verse 5. I am black.
What did Solomon say?
I am black, but comely.
Comely means handsome. He said, I'm black, but I'm handsome. Read.
O ye daughters of Jerusalem.
He's riding the track. That's why it's called the Songs of Solomon. He said, oh, you daughters of Jerusalem, I'm black and handsome. This is our history. These is called bards. Like what? Read.
As the tents of Kedar, as the curtains of Solomon.
He says, the tents of Kedar as the curtains of Solomon. That's called a bar. That's called a punchline. Our people always laid the same way. He said, I'm black. Job said he black. Let's talk about Christ. Let's show you how Christ looked. Bro, this is the realest information. Go over here. Come on around, bro. You about to roll out?
I gotta go to my dentist appointment.
Oh, man, the hell with that dentist, man. You just learned who you was in 2 seconds. Right. And I'm about to show you proof about that tribe. Gad got great history, bro. Whoa. Your teeth don't look like they pain. You all right? You all right? Stick around for a minute. Right. Either way, we gonna do it. Hey, my bro, get out your phone, man. Look, my brother, what tribe you from? When you look at this side. Yeah. You from Gad too. It's only meant to be that y'all hear who y'all are. Right. It's only meant to be. So check it out. Let's get some more Gad history, right? Let's go to Deuteronomy chapter 28. We're going to show you some more history about Gad and why they're in the conditions they is today. Right. Because if you Native American, right? Your dad, right? What do y'all own in this country? Nothing. This is what happened to us. Watch this.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 33. Bring it up. The fruit, verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God. So this is what happened to the tribe of Gad, right? Y'all came to this side of the earth, right? And we're going to show you when y'all came here. I'm going to give you the full history. But he says it's going to come to a time where our people, Gad, don't want to hear God anymore. Came over here and did your own thing. Start doing y'all tried. Y'all wore y'all fringes. Y'all tried. Y'all still got the feathers on y'all stuff. It's the same thing. This is y'all people right here. This is history. Where's the other side at? Got the other side? Wiggle. Y'all still wear the feathers on y'all clothes today, right? That's considered fringes. Y'all tried to keep some things, but y'all strayed away until y'all own idolatry. Watch this. To observe, to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I have commanded thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee. He said, since y'all didn't want to hear the word of the Lord, all these curses will come upon Gad and overtake y'all. Give me verse 33. The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 33. The fruit of thy land and all thy labors shall a nation which thou knowest not eat up. So y'all was here, rich earth. Y'all had the land, y'all had everything.
Y'all have buffaloes. When the last time you seen a buffalo? They killed all y'all food. Y'all relied on them on food, shelter, and clothing. And they came and killed them and took a picture standing on the mountain of the buffaloes. Utmost disrespect to your history. Utmost disrespect to your history. And now we content. We'll rather just leave and not even know who we are. This how great y'all was. Another nation came and ate up your fruits of your land. Disrespectful.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 33. The fruit of thy land and all thy labor shall a nation which thou knowest not eat up, and thou shalt be only oppressed and crushed always. Deuteronomy chapter 28 are the signs that identify who the children of Israel are today. We experienced these curses in the 1400s, the 1600s, and even today. The fruit of thy land and all thy labor shall a nation which thou knowest not eat up. In the 1400s, we experienced these curses when the conquistadors arrived. They forced the brothers and sisters in Central America to harvest sugarcane, to mine for precious minerals and stones. In the 1600s, when the colonizers arrived on the west coast of Africa, they brought us here to the Americas, and they forced us to serve them in the form of chattel slavery by picking cotton, rice, and tobacco. Present day, we continue to fall under the curses of disobedience. We may think because a few of our people are successful that we're not experiencing these curses, but the majority of us are. The majority of our people continue to serve and work long hours, barely to be able to survive. When you go into the places like Mexico and Central America, our brothers and sisters are still begging on the street corners. Even in the States, you see our brothers and sisters standing outside of Home Depot, working in Amazon for pennies on the dollar. Our brothers and sisters still, or the majority, is in the fields that pick the fruits and vegetables that are in your grocery markets today. And the scripture says, and thou shalt be only oppressed and crushed always. Regardless of how far we ascend in society, regardless of how many degrees you might achieve, regardless of what position you might achieve to at work, even if you own your own business, we still oppressed and crushed always. We still got to continue to pay and fuel this society to this day. These curses of disobedience still follow us to this day.
Read that again.
The fruit of thy land and all thy labors shall a nation which thou knowest not eat up.
Say, hey, this is the real talk. You get a flyer though?
No.
Hey, somebody give my man a flyer. Hey, it's a number on the back, bro. After your dentist appointment, right? We got a venue that we be at. We got a school. Come to the school at 4 o'clock. It's a number on the back. Give us a call, man. We got school every Saturday. So you just got a tip of the iceberg. You didn't even know you was gay. You probably never heard that word.
No, I never knew I was gay, but I'm not.
Now you know you from the tribe of Gad, because the word Native American don't mean Indian, means slave. They always disrespected y'all culture. They still disrespect it today. So remember who you is, man. You gotta understand. So now you go back and teach your father that little bit of information. You know what I'm saying? But you got so much more to learn. Because after you, like I said, they wore feathers. They knew their history. You ain't even, you dressing like a heathen now. You know what I'm saying? You don't know your history anymore. You lost yourself. So hey, get with us, bro. Get with us, bro. So again, we out here to let our people know that we are the best thing on earth. We are the children of Israel. Give me Isaiah 5 and 8. Because our people are in these conditions and they don't understand why. God brought us out here today to wake you up and save your life before that day of judgment. Gad, my man, stick around. Watch this.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 5 and verse 8.
Bring it out.
Woe unto them.
The word woe means destruction unto them. I just got word that the projects across the street from each other is beefing. Lord have mercy, we have fell so low. Right across the street and we beefing with one another. Lord have mercy. The Most High said, whoa. Whoa!
Here might be the last thing you do. That's all I got to say.
It's real BMF.
You ain't getting money out here if you don't know nothing. What y'all really doing? On the strip, on the Ave with it.
We normalize the chaos over here. This block's different, but you're not gonna understand it unless you're from here. If you ain't from here, just don't come here.
Read.
Woe unto them that join house to house, that lay field to field.
It says, woe to them that lay house to house. My brothers and sisters is laying right next to each other with thin walls, no insulation. You can hear the neighbors business, arguments, conversation, and the baby crying. Y'all have no peace. Woe to them that lay house to house.
What is a nation? Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is men leading by example. Nation is women's support. Nation is children with role models. Nation is unity. Nation